吗？
开心。
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Chen Xuan Wu, and welcome to my human class. And I'm now in Taiwan, and then now by my left side is my mother-in-law. Hello today. Hello. and now Aristotle, my younger son, is here, and he got the eye allergy, so now he's laying here. And my older son Hercules now is upstairs, and he refused to be on the video. And then so before I talk about our assignment, I would love you to have my syllabus. I would love you to have the syllabus as I explain the syllabus with you. Okay. So now I will start talking about this class. This class is my very first time to fully implement the online classes. So I don't know what will happen, but I will try my very best to meet your learning needs. So please email me, and I'm usually very responsive to email. And if you have any question, just email me, and I may have limited Wi-Fi access, but I will try my best to respond to you when you have any question, okay? So now everyone, I know the class will start from this week, and I would love you to get the textbook from the library. And unfortunately, I don't have the textbook with me now, but it's with the green cover, and then if you check with the bookstore, and they will definitely get you the textbook, and you will definitely need the textbook because I will ask you to review some certain content in every chapter, and then I will need you to make a note. So that's why the textbook is so important. Okay, so now when you have the syllabus, now to check out some information, including the textbook, and then go to the second page. The second page, it tells you like how I grade your assignment, and also what kind of assignment you are going to have. You are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different assignments for this class, and I'm going to use these 5 assignments to evaluate, to assess your learning progress during these 6 weeks. So the very first assignment is your weekly reflection, okay? So every week I am going to ask you to review 1 or 2. I think it's at least two chapters during this week. And then I'm going to ask you to, after you finish all the reading, and then I will let you know, like when I go over the syllabus, I will explain more to you what's my expectation for my weekly reflection paper, okay? So the very first assignment is your weekly reflection paper. And then the second assignment, I will also ask you to watch 2 videos. One is a video program from NBC, and then the other one is from the National Geographic, and that's a documentary. So after you watch these 2 programs, I have the guided questions, and I will ask you to write down your reflections based on my guiding questions, and I will explain the detail later, okay? And then your third assignment is your oral presentation. Everyone, I know you probably have seen me on campus, and I know some of you, but some of you I don't know that. So I would love to arrange the time with you so we can Skype or via the messenger, so you can do the oral presentation to me, and I will explain the detail for the oral presentation as well, okay? And then the exams, everyone, we are going to have 2 exams during these 6 weeks. And then I usually, of course, there's the online class, so I will give you a week to finish this exam, and then just let me know if you have any question. And then the final evaluations for this class is your research paper. So I have 2 forms of research paper, and you can choose either if you are really interested in one topic, and then you need to go to the McGee library, and then use the academic search engine, and then to find 3 resources from the academic community, and then to read all these 3 research paper and make the summary of this research paper, and then read a report. So later I will also explain what's my expectation for this one. So now I am in the second page, and when you go to the third page, I would love you to read the syllabus carefully, because I spent at least a week to construct it. I have many informations and also resource on this syllabus. For example, the detailed explanation for each assignment and when is the due date. Oh, like when I ask you to watch the documentary, I even have the link on the syllabus, so you can watch the video by just click on the link. So I encourage you to read the syllabus first, and then if you still have any questions, and then write me an email, and then I will respond to you. Okay? And the next, okay. So now we are in the page 4. So here I would love to go with you to talk about how I construct this class. Basically, now let's go to the week of June 2nd, which means is this week. And then I have on this week, I tell you I will cover chapter 1 and also chapter 4. And then chapter 1, I ask you to read the whole chapter. And you all have access to D2L. And on D2L, when you log into this course, you will see each week I put the Prezi. Prezi is the presentation tool, and it's like the Google Slides or the PowerPoint. So I would love you to go to D2L first to check out my Prezi. So you will get some basic idea of what's the big concept I'm going to cover for the chapter 1 and also chapter 2. And then, I'm sorry, for chapter 4. And during this week, after you review the Prezi first on D2L, and then read the content, the learning content on the textbook, I will ask you to make the note for each chapter. For example, for the chapter 1, after you read the learning content for the whole chapter, I need you to make the note for the chapter 1. And then after the note for the chapter 1, I will also ask you to write me the reflection paper for the chapter 1. Sometimes I have the specific questions for the chapter, but if I don't have any specific questions, I will just tell you question for the reflection paper is to share your thoughts after reading this chapter. And people ask me how many pages are required for the reflection paper or are required for the note. Everyone, use your own style to make your note. And I don't really have the limitation for the note and also reflection paper. But I would love to see how you can connect the content from each chapter to your real life. Okay? So give me some of your thoughts. Okay? So basically for each chapter, you are going to turn in your note for each chapter. And then second, your reflection paper for that chapter. And if you have 2 papers and I'm asking you to read 2 chapters, so which means every week you are going to have 2 notes and also 2 reflection papers. And when they are due, right? Now this week it will due every Sunday. So for example, the notes and also reflection paper for the chapter 1 and 4 will be due on June 9th. And I believe I explained this detailed in the syllabus. So please check it out. And where to send it to me, right? Everyone, send your notes and also reflection paper to my email. And when I get your paper or note, your assignments, I usually respond you back by saying thank you. When I say thank you, you will know I already got it. And that's my goal. I will try my best. And then next week, in the following week, I will try to give back to your assignment back. Okay, so that you will know what's my expectations for each of your assignment and what grades you are earning for each specific notes and also reflection paper. Okay, so now that goes. Oh, right. So now let's check out the chapter 4. The chapter 4 is a great example. I also ask you to read the whole paper and also D2L, right? And then also you need to read the article. I share the link here. And then after you read the article and also all the learning content on the textbook, I'm asking you to write me the reflection paper, right? But the reflection paper, I need you to combine all these questions. For example, the very first question is your thoughts before reading the content and the article. Tell me what's your original plan to raise a child, okay, during the first year and also the prenatal year. And then the second aspect you need to cover in your reflection paper is that your thoughts about reading this article. And then the next is that after you read the article, you may learn something different. And then tell me what's your revised plan to raise a child, okay? So in the reflection paper for the chapter 4, I expect to see all these 3 different aspects. Okay, so I'm sorry for the disruption. So Hercules, you are here, right? Now my older son Hercules is downstairs. I would love him to say hello to you.
Hello.
Okay, and my mother-in-law again. Okay, so now let's get back. Okay, and then everyone, in each week, I also offer you the additional resources. And these additional resources are usually like the articles, if you are interested, and then you can read all these relevant academic articles. Okay, and now everyone, please go to the page 5. Go to the page 5. In the page 5, in the June 9th, in the week of June 9th, I will cover chapter 5 and also chapter 6. And then the same requirement for you to make the notes and also the reflection paper for each chapter. And I write the detailed requirements for each chapter, okay? And then on that week, everyone, I will send you my test ones on Monday, the June 10th, and then it will be due on the next Monday, in June 17th. Okay, so and then I will keep sending you the reminders, so you don't need to worry you are going to miss anything. And I'm going to ask you to check your email frequently. And then, of course, don't hesitate. If you have any question, you're also welcome to just write me email. Okay. And everyone, let's go to chapter. Okay, now let's go to the week of the June 16th. Okay, the June 16th you will have much more assignments because I'm going to ask you to read chapter 8 and also chapter 9. But chapter 8, you are required to read the whole chapter. But however, the chapter 9, I'm not going to ask you to read the whole, but I give you the specific page numbers you need to read. And then make the notes on that specific page, okay? And then you are going to watch one video. Okay, one video here. And this video is relevant because this chapter is all about the cultural learning and also language development. And then, so that's why I present one of the documentary, and that's a social experiment. It's called My Kid Would Never Do That. It's all about discrimination. And I think I asked Samantha to watch it, and then so everyone, it was like a 14 minutes video, and it's fun to watch what's people's reaction, and then what's parents' reaction when they figure out that their kids are in that social environment. And it's a great video for you to reflect that you as the future parent, or you are the parent already, or you as the future educator, or the future roles that you plan to play. What's your reaction and what's your thoughts, okay? And therefore, after you watch the 14 minutes, it's around 40 minutes. The 40 minutes video, I ask you to share your thoughts, right? But I give you some guided questions. These guided questions I want in your reflection paper. I want to see these guided questions. I need to see the response to these guided questions, okay? And then of course, like I said before, the Monday your test one will be due. So the same, I will send you the electronic version, and then just send it back to me, okay, to my email. Okay, so everyone, then now let's go to the week of June 23rd. The June 23rd, I am going to talk about, it's all about the ecological, the chapter 10, and chapter 11, it talks about how you formed your self-concept. So chapter 10 and also 11, you don't need to read the whole, no, you don't need to read the whole chapter, but only the specific pages are listed. So only read the list. And everyone, I tried the online class before, and then I got most of my online students, they are really diligent, and they really covered what I asked for them. But I have one or two students, they don't really cover all the concepts I mentioned on their notes. Everyone, if you don't cover that, it will affect your grades, okay? So that's your choice, but I encourage you, that's really, and you all know I have really the patience about learning all the stuff. When you make the notes, and when I send you back my feedback, all my feedback, you will see what's my response, and I may share some of the experiences or my thoughts. So everyone, please read the textbook, okay? And then on that week, I'm going to have you to watch another really fun documentary. It's Michael Palin in North Korea. It's a really great program, and you can check it out, how the people in North Korea, they act and what their lifestyle may look like through the lens of Michael Palin. And then after that, and I believe it's related to the self-concept. So after you read that video, the documentary is less than 2 hours, but you will keep watching it. You can stop it a minute. And then after that, give me the reflection paper and the same procedure. Please cover this paper by just answering these questions. Okay, and now my son just had the dogs out, so that's why you can see we have two Winnie dogs over there. Okay, now my husband is bring the video to these two dogs, so you can check it out. That's the short break for all the stuff. Okay, so you can come back now. Okay. Okay. And then now you can also see all the pictures we have. It's all the family pictures we have. And then so you can see so many. We have been taking this picture every year, so you can see the big differences. Okay, So now let's get back after the short break to show the dogs and also picture. Is that great? Okay, and then let's go to the weeks of June 30th. The June 30th, I'm going to ask you to read chapter 12 and also chapter 14. It's all about the influence for the family and also for the influence for the social context. And then the chapter 12 I really love is ecological theory. And then come on, when you read it, I would love you to check out in your life, like in your surroundings, what's the very important agent to affect how you perceive the world. Okay, so the chapter 12 and also chapter 13 tell you about that. And now let's go to the last page of this syllabus. One is in this week, the chapter 12 and also chapter 14 is not the only assignment. I will also ask you to watch the movie The Joy Luck Club. I give you the free link. That's a free movie link, so you can watch it online. Or you are also welcome to go to the McGee Library. You can check it out. I asked the library to purchase that movie, so you can also check it out from the library. And what's the reason to watch the movie? Everyone, this movie covers almost every chapters from this class. And then that's your choice now. After watch the movie, if you really love the movie, you can use this movie as your research paper. But however, I have the certain format, certain questions I need you to answer for this movie. So I will share. You can go to D2L and then you can go to the learning content. You will see the alternative research paper. You can download the document. So I believe I asked 5 questions, and then these questions are like the guided questions. And then I ask you to bring in the movie scenes to the concept you are learning from this class. I give you the hint. So I encourage you now, you can already check out the format of the movie alternative research paper. Okay, and then if you decide to use that, and then write the research paper, the alternative research paper in the essay format, okay, at least 5 pages. So which means at least 5 pages, okay, at least 5 pages. So which means it has to be over 5 pages, 5 pages, 5 or 6 pages, and then by answering all these questions in the essay format. So, but what if after you watch the movie, you don't like it, you don't feel like it? That's fine. You can see what's the topic you are interested regarding the human development. And everyone, any topic you are going to present, to discuss, is all about the human developmental psychology. And I'm asking you, for example, if you are really interested about the sibling development, and then I encourage you to go to McGee Library, go to the e-resources, and then the e-resources find 3 relevant academic research papers, and they are all concerning the sibling development. And then I want you to read all these 3 research papers first, and then you need to write up the research report. So the same requirements, at least 5 pages, which means it has to be over 6 pages, okay, 5 or 6 pages. And then you needed to cite the references in the back, okay? So when is the due date for the research paper or the alternative research paper? I have listed the due date. The due date for the research paper or the alternative research paper is, let me see, is the July 12th. Okay, so send it to me by email. And when people ask me July 12th, or like for each of your assignments, when it will be due, right, on Sunday, I don't really care like what time, okay? Only when I say that day, just send it to me by that day, okay? And the rest stuff for the assignment, I believe, is your oral presentation. A1, oral presentation can be related to your research paper. If you decide to do the research paper, and then it's just in an oral format, and then which means that you need to find one topic you are really into, and then present that research paper. For example, if I wanted to learn about the cyberbullying, right? And you go to the McGee Library and you can see a lot of research talk about the cyberbullying, and then pick one research paper you are really interested. And then what you are going to do for the oral presentation is that you need to read up that research paper, and then you need to make a 5 to 10 minutes presentation with me by summarizing the research paper and tell me how the procedures, how these scientists get done this experiment and what's their conclusion, and after that tell me what's your thoughts. Okay, so that's the oral presentation. And then I have a schedule. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we can do the oral presentation since our class will be done on July 15th. So I'm thinking on the July 7th, on the week of July 7th, I will schedule the oral presentation with each of you. Okay, and then we can talk about, we can set up the time by email, and then we will know, and then so I can see you online, and then since I am not in the US now, so I cannot use FaceTime. When I was this semester, I used the FaceTime. I think that's a great way. But since now I cannot use the FaceTime because of the data carrier, and then so we will use the Skype or even Messenger. Okay, so we will figure it out how they work. Okay, so so I believe now I already explained each assignment to you. And then everyone, again, please just read this syllabus carefully, okay? And then I know there are 2 weeks. It's not just the same meet your note and also your reflection paper, but also the reflection paper for the video I ask you to watch, okay? So for some week you will be really super busy, but for some week you may feel not. You may feel okay, but everyone, again, since that's a really intense, only 6 weeks, and then you will earn 3 credit hours, and it's really hard for me to really to fulfill some certain chapters. So I expect you will also learn hard with me, and I'm always available for you by email. So if you have any question, please let me know. Okay, so now I will say goodbye, and then if you have any questions, please email me. Okay, so bye.